Okay, the city and province announcing a deal on speeding up construction along the Gardiner. Let's listen in. That's Ozma Malik speaking.
Many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. And as mentioned, this is a really important announcement this morning. Just last night, I was at a public information session with residents who are raising questions about the construction schedule, noise and traffic congestion related to the Gardiner construction, and for the impact on surrounding neighborhoods. And I know this morning's announcement will come as welcome news to many of them. And now I will turn it over to the Minister. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much, Deputy Mayor, for that introduction. It's great to be here today at City Hall with my colleague, MPP Hogarth, who has been such a strong advocate for this project, given the impacts across the Gardiner throughout Toronto and Etobicoke, South Etobicoke. And I want to thank all of my colleagues for their advocacy here and our partnership, especially with Mayor Chow, as we take another step forward in our plan to get Ontarians moving safely and quickly across the Greater Toronto area. I want to really thank her for her partnership throughout this process as well. In order to do that, we need fast and affordable public transit, which Premier Ford and our government are investing in at a historic rate. We need new roads and highways to accommodate our growing province while protecting our existing infrastructure. The Gardiner Expressway is one of Canada's busiest corridors, with over 140,000 vehicles traveling on it every day, coming from Peel, Halton, York, Hamilton, Toronto, and beyond. We know the rehabilitation of the Gardiner is taking a toll on Ontario families and businesses, with rush hour travel times more than doubling. That is why I am pleased to announce that our government is helping to accelerate construction on the Gardiner Expressway by at least 1 year, providing up to $73 million to the City of Toronto on the condition that work be allowed to proceed on a 24/7 basis. This accelerated timeline will move the construction completion date from April 2027 to at least April 2026. Ontario's investment will support contractors working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with multiple shifts per day, with additional measures supported through this agreement to improve traffic flow, including modification of the Jameson to westbound Gardiner on-ramp and opening a left turn lane at Spadina Avenue from Lakeshore East Boulevard, as well as relaxing noise restrictions and overnight lane closures. Once construction is complete, drivers will save up to 22 minutes per trip, allowing visitors to get to world-class events like the upcoming FIFA World Cup quickly and safely. As someone who takes the Gardiner every day, I know firsthand the impact this project has had. The practical solutions we are implementing today will benefit Ontario's economy by an estimated $273 million, getting drivers and goods out of gridlock a year faster than planned. Under the leadership of Premier Ford, our government will continue to work with the city in accelerating this critical project as we work to make life easier and more convenient for drivers in every corner of our province. With that, I have the pleasure and honor to hand it over to Mayor Chow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I know congestion is painful. When we have infrastructure projects or when we're fixing our roads and sewers, or when we're building new housing, you see from all the cranes in the sky, it gets harder to get around our city. No one wants to be stuck in traffic. It's frustrating. It gets your blood pressure up, especially when you see a lane closure where apparently there's no work being done or a job site sort of feeling a bit empty. We know that we have to replace our aging infrastructure. We need to make sure our roads are safe and continue to serve the people who rely on them. That's why we are rebuilding the 60 years old Gardiner between Dufferin and Strachan right now. We are demolishing and rebuilding that stretch of elevated highway while 4 lanes of traffic continue to be driving on it. It's really complex project. That's replacing 700 meters of superstructure, including concrete deck, steel girders, and 35 vertical piers. We know that it is impacting people's ability to get around, so the city has been working to find ways to accelerate this rebuild. Staff has consulted with the industry experts. We have changed traffic management around the Gardiner, including changing traffic signals, opening the Jameson on-ramp. And today, I am pleased to say that with the support of Minister Sarkaria and the provincial government, we are able to bring a plan to council that would accelerate the reconstruction of the Gardiner by 1 year. We are very grateful for their partnership. We are doing this by adding additional crews of workers, extending the working hours, buying more equipment that help us speed up the demolition, but also address the technical issues like curing the concrete in the wintertime. Faster production of the girders and the rebars, changing design of some of the girders to speed up their installation, and so much more. The financial details will be shared once the contracts are negotiated and finalized by our contractors, but I am pleased that the province has stepped in to help finance this acceleration. The people of Toronto wants their government to repair the Gardiners as quickly as possible. It is important. Regional artery that moves 140,000 vehicles a day, whether they're coming from Mississauga, Brampton, or Etobicoke coming to downtown, or there's a games on and any number of events happening. The city is now carrying out the council-approved plan of 2014 plan to rebuild the Gardiner. Today's announcement will help us do it faster, 1 year faster. It cuts out a whole year long of congestion. We're excited and very grateful for this partnership. Thank you. I believe.
Okay, if you're listening in now, an update from the province and Mayor Olivia Chow on construction along the Gardiner. Here's a live look. This has been a huge issue for a lot of people who commute into and out of the city because of work happening in the area. They've reduced lanes. It's led to a very long drive for a lot of the commuters. So what the province is announcing here, up to $73 million to the city for the completion of the Gardiner there on the condition that the work happen in this area 24 hours. So it would be around the clock. And if that goes forward, that means the finish date here should be in April of 2026 instead of April 2027. We just heard from the mayor saying this cash will help extend the working hours, also buy more equipment that's needed for the work. This has been a huge issue too, Jen, because it's affecting so many people, but the work also has to be completed. So
for sure.
We'll wait and see what happens, especially at the council level, see what they do with this announcement and plans to make it happen 24/7.
Yeah, and the bright side is once it's completed, they're saying that you can save 20 minutes on your commute.
Oh,
so
that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. And the city and the province are taking some questions now on their announcement of accelerated construction on the Gardiner Expressway. Looks like it'll be happening 24/7. Let's listen in live.
Get that project complete that would match the urgency of completing the Gardiner here.
No, thank you for that. Look, construction on the Eglinton Crosstown is all complete. We are now in the testing and commissioning phase of that, and that is exactly what the team at Metrolinx is doing. We'll put forward any measure possible to speed up work on our transit projects, every resource possible, whether you look at what we've done now with the Ontario line, getting shovels in the ground, using innovative ways to procure, whether it be the Scarborough subway extension or some of our other projects across across the province. We're learning every single day, every step of the way, and we'll implement those processes as we move forward. But ultimately, we're putting every resource forward to ensure that projects, whether it be transit, highways, bridges, and that we're building them as fast as possible and using innovative approaches to do so.
Good morning, Momin Qureshi, 680 News Radio. Minister, this one's for you first. Just to follow up on Sean's question, I wondered if the province felt any need or urgency to step in and provide this funding to speed up the project because, as we know, the Gardiner is about to go from city property to province property, and whether you felt the need to just kind of jump in and speed up the process because you're about to take over the Gardiner.
Well, look, it's there's a multitude of reasons. One of the biggest is how important the Gardiner is to the economy, to productivity in the city. I use the Gardiner almost every single day commuting into Queen's Park. I can tell you it's added almost 45 minutes to my drive into the city, and I can only appreciate what every other person that uses a Gardiner does. So it's about a recognition of all levels of government, both provincial and municipal government, that we need to do something here to help our city, to help our province, and it will have economic impacts from supporting reduced travel times, so you have more time with your family. That frustration of gridlock is why we're investing so much in public transit and highways across this province. But ultimately, it's about ensuring a better city and a better province and a more productive one that supports economy and jobs. It's something that we're hearing every single day, and the need to step in was to ensure that we're working together to put forward a plan that helps accelerate the project and use innovative tools, whether it be from the construction side of it to also then ensuring that that length of time on construction is limited to 2 years. So that's what we're excited to do here.
And I'm hoping you can both answer this follow-up, and that is...
Okay, we've been listening to the Ontario Transportation Minister alongside Mayor Olivia Chow announcing this morning that the province will be providing the city with over $70 million on the condition that construction take place 24/7 on that stretch of the Gardiner between Dufferin and Strachan to accelerate the completion date by 1 year. It'll now be April 2026 if it gets done according to schedule.